We're gonna try to turn this flour into a stuffed crust pizza. We gotta get our yeast to growing. We're gonna put that honey in the water and get the water temperature about 107 degrees, somewhere around there. Follow the directions on your package of yeast. We got that honey, which is the sugar, and we got the warm water to get that yeast growing. That foam right there means the yeast is growing and gonna be good. Add a little olive oil, and we're gonna put that salt in the flour in a minute, and then we're gonna mix it all up. After that yeast is done proofed a little bit, stir it up real good. It gets all clumpy, make a nice little ball. Yeah, we're gonna put it on a little mat. We're gonna knead it up a little bit, try to get it all together in one nice pretty little ball. Might take a few minutes, but we'll work it out. Hey. Ooh la la. Ooh, there we go. We finally got ourselves a nice little ball. Put a little olive oil on it. Make sure it's smooth and round. And we're gonna put it in a container in just a minute. Let it proof up, let that yeast make it grow. It'll be nice and big. Make a little fluffy ball when it's done. There's our container. We're gonna set it in there. I'm gonna put it in a warm spot in just a minute. I got the oven warming up a little bit. Need to cover it up with a wet cloth. I got a wet paper towel right there. Gonna put it in the oven. The recipe on the yeast said about 130 degrees. So I'm gonna sit in there and let it warm up. Get that yeast to grow a little bit. See how it is. I got the recipe off the back of a flour. I did the math and just broke it down to make a small recipe. Yeah, we already took it out of the oven. Look at it's done grow nice and big. Got that fluffiness in it. From that little ball to that nice old fluffiness. Look at that thing. It grew. So I'm just laying it out on the pan there. Spread out a little bit. I ain't never made no stuffed crust pizza. We'll see what we can do about it. Trying to make the edges to get the cheese stuffed up in there. It ain't easy. I know them people do it professionally, but I ain't quite no professional. It's just one of them funny things. See what we can get. Well, let's see what kind of cheese we got. I got some mozzarella cut in some little strips. I also got some cheddar cheese, some other mozzarella there. I'm gonna try to make a little bit more. Melted it in the microwave, make it nice and gooey, and make a little stick of it. I'm gonna just load all this thing full of cheese. There's gonna be so much cheese, it's probably gonna pop right out of it. But they like it cheesy. Also, I'm getting my ingredients for that pizza. I'm gonna have me some onions on it. Everybody likes some onions. Stuffing that cheese right now. Gonna have that stuffed crust. Loading it up. Load it up, wrap it up. Everybody likes to get wrapped up sometime. It's looking pretty good right there. Won't be long. Ooh, look at that mozzarella. That's a big old chunk, fresh mozzarella. Some of that real mozzarella you buy, the big old giant chunk. It ain't like pretend mozzarella. Stuffing all that stuff around there, it's kind of hard to do, but you know, sometimes those things don't always, you never done them before. You might as well try them. Like I said, gotta try something. Get that oven hot, try something. Either cook it on top or cook it in the oven. Folding that cheese over. It ain't gonna be pretty. I'm sure it's gonna leak out somewhere, but like I said, I ain't never made one before. Got some pizza sauce I got, throwing it on there. Ooh, it looks like a pretty good pizza right now. We'll see how it comes out once I get some heat on it. We gotta get the rest of the ingredients on there. We just put a little bit of hamburger. Trying to make it a little simple. Like I said, I ain't never tried no stuffed crust. Mainly just trying out that stuffed crust. Hamburger and some onions. Of course, we got to put some bacon on there. And we get around to it, we're going to get that pepperoni and throw it on there too in just a minute. Ooh, it's looking good. I might be a part Italian, I don't know. Where that pepperoni at? There they are. That's gonna be nice when it gets going. Man, you gotta get some cheese on there, I bet. Oh, I preheated a little bit. Got see that little brown on there? It's looking pretty good. Throw some cheese on there. I like it cheesy weezy. Wee doggy. Man, that thing came out looking pretty. Look how pretty that is. Cheese blowed out on the side a few times, but man, that's pretty good. That makes me hungry right now just looking at it. Man, that looks good. Yum, yummy in my tummy. Woo-wee! I like that pepperoni looking. All that stuff looks good. Man, I can't wait to get that in my mouth. I'm loving it. Gotta admit, that looked pretty good right there. Blowed out on a few sides, but man, I know there's still cheese up in there. See, I know there's cheese up in there somewhere. Look at there. There's cheese up in there. It's still looking good. That still is good pizza. It's pretty good for the first time me trying one though. Like I said, I ain't never done no stuffed crust. I thought it might be fun to do. That's all right. Pretty doggone good. Almost looks, the crust looks almost like a professional, like, yeah.